Have you ever stopped to think about what happens when we turn off the lights and close our eyes? Yes, your body rests, your mind processes the day, but what about the spiritual world? While your body sleeps, a part of you, that essence that goes beyond the physical, embarks on an astonishing journey. Today, we will reveal 15 incredible things that, according to various traditions, beliefs, and experiences, happen on the spiritual plane just as you are immersed in the deepest sleep. The deep connection with your subconscious. Look, the first thing that happens, and it is a meeting point between the psychological and the spiritual, is a much deeper connection with your subconscious. Think of your mind as a city with heavy traffic during the day. When you are awake, the conscious mind is at full capacity. Tasks, worries, conversations, constant stimuli. It's as if the phone is constantly communicating and you can't receive important calls from within. The information flows very superficially and quickly. But what happens when you go to sleep? It's as if that city empties out, traffic disappears, and suddenly the phone line becomes free. Your subconscious, that vast part of your mind, where memories, unprocessed emotions, intuitions, and innate wisdom are stored, takes advantage of this silence. It's the perfect moment to work without interruptions. It dedicates itself to organizing the day's information, processing emotions you may have repressed, and, most fascinatingly, sending you direct messages and revelations. Have you ever gone to bed with a problem bothering you and woken up the next day with the solution as clear as water? Acronym. Do you suddenly have a brilliant idea for a project, a song, or an important decision right upon waking? That is pure work of the subconscious. It is not magic. It is your own mind, in a calm state, accessing deeper layers of information that during the day are hidden by noise. It is a mental cleansing and recharge that goes beyond the psychological. It is a connection with your most authentic and primal self, that part of you that knows what you truly need and where you should go. It is as if you give yourself permission to truly listen to yourself. Astral travels when your consciousness flies free. Now, let's delve into a territory that for many sounds like science fiction, but that countless cultures and people throughout history have experienced. Astral travels, also known as consciousness projection. The main idea is that while your physical body rests and regenerates during deep sleep, your soul or astral body, which is a kind of energetic replica of yourself, can detach and travel freely. Don't imagine something terrifying, or as if your spirit were to fly out like a ghost around the room. The experience is usually much more subtle and conscious, although sometimes it occurs spontaneously without you remembering it. It is described as an expansion of your consciousness that allows you to perceive other planes of existence, realities beyond what your five senses can perceive. Some who have had these experiences consciously report sensations of floating weightlessly, flying above their bed, or even traveling to very distant places, which can be real or imaginary, physical or ethereal. Often, just before that feeling of leaving the body, you may experience a loud buzzing, vibrations throughout the body, or an intense, energetic pulse. For those who practice or experience it, it is an incredible opportunity to explore, learn directly from other dimensions, and connect with the intangible in a very vivid way. It is said to be an innate ability that everyone possesses, but most people, due to lack of practice or simply not remembering it upon waking, do not develop consciously. It's as if a part of you, that divine spark, could take a spiritual tour while the body recharges. Encounters with spiritual beings, guides, ancestors, and more. Get ready, because this is where things really get exciting. While you sleep, the boundary, the barrier that separates us from the physical and spiritual worlds becomes much thinner, almost transparent. This creates a unique opportunity for your consciousness to have meaningful encounters with various spiritual beings. We're not talking about movie ghosts, we're talking about presences that are there to support and communicate. And who might you meet? On one hand, there are your spiritual guides, those beings of light who, it is believed, accompany and assist you on your life path. offering wisdom and guidance. You can also reconnect with loved ones who have already transcended, such as grandparents, parents, friends, or even pets who have passed away. These visits are often very comforting and can bring messages of solace or love. And not only that, some people report encounters with angelic beings, such as guardian angels or elemental beings of nature. These encounters are not always like a face-to-face conversation with clear and crisp dialogue, you know? They are often much more subtle. You can feel them as a deep sense of peace or well-being, like a fleeting but very powerful image that leaves a mark on you, or even as a telepathic message, an idea, or a teaching that you suddenly know upon waking. They can also come in the form of vivid dreams where the interaction, although symbolic, is very clear. The key is that these beings approach to offer you comfort, guidance, protection, healing, or simply to let you know that you are not alone on your path. This communication is greatly facilitated when your rational mind, the one that analyzes and judges everything, is in low consumption mode during sleep. Deep energetic cleansing and healing. Now think of your body not just as flesh and bones, but as a vibrant energy field, like a battery, a kind of aura that surrounds and nourishes you. Throughout the day, this battery charges with everything you experience: work stress, arguments, negative emotions absorbed from the environment, accumulated tensions, and even the energies of other people you interact with. It's as if it accumulates dust and dirt. Well, while your physical body is at rest and your conscious mind calms down, the spiritual world takes the opportunity to perform a thorough energetic cleaning and deep healing. It's as if your soul has its own nightly maintenance workshop where everything is repaired and rebalanced. In this process, stuck energies that weigh you down are released. Possible holes or tears in your aura that could be causing leaks of vital energy are repaired, and your chakra system, those key energetic centers that influence your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, is rebalanced. You can notice the results of this tune-up when you wake up. Many experience a sensation of lightness, greater vitality, mental clarity, or a profound renewal that goes beyond having slept 8 hours. It is an absolutely vital process for maintaining your overall health. Without this nightly reset and recharge, we would accumulate a tremendous amount of energetic clutter that would eventually take a toll on us. Learning and acquiring higher knowledge. This is, without a doubt, one of the most amazing things that, according to many traditions, happens while we sleep. It is believed that in that resting state, your consciousness, free from the limitations of the awake mind, can access much higher planes of knowledge and literally learn things that would be impossible to acquire while awake. It's as if your soul attended a kind of night school or cosmic seminars. But beware, we are not talking about learning how to file taxes or balance accounts. We are talking about knowledge that goes beyond the purely intellectual. You can receive profound spiritual signals, complex philosophical understandings, or even creative inspiration for art, music, or writing. Sometimes, this information translates into the development or awakening of latent abilities that you didn't even know you had. There are many testimonies from people who report having solved complex problems that troubled them during the day, or waking up with innovative ideas for artistic or scientific projects that seem to come out of nowhere. The idea is that intuition and inspiration are not mere random flashes, but come from access to a universal library or a higher intelligence that is beyond the limited capabilities of your physical brain. Remember those famous myths of scientists or artists who uncovered great discoveries in dreams, such as the periodic table or the structure of benzene? This is exactly what we mean: karmic processing and assimilation of vital lessons. Delving a little deeper into spiritual concepts, according to many Eastern philosophies, such as Buddhism and Hinduism, but also some Western ones, sleep is an absolutely key moment for karma processing and the deep integration of life lessons you are experiencing. During your rest, your soul or your higher self takes the opportunity to thoroughly review the day's experiences, the actions you've taken, the decisions you've weighed, and, of course, the consequences of all these. Imagine it as an intensive therapy session, but on a much more subtle and spiritual level. In this state, your deep consciousness can identify repetitive patterns in your life, things that happen to you over and over again, resolve unconscious conflicts that are affecting you without your knowing, and assimilate the lessons from difficult or painful situations. Sometimes these processes of karmic purification and learning manifest in your dreams in very vivid ways. They may appear as recurring nightmares that force you to confront a fear or trauma, or as symbolic scenarios that push you to face your mistakes or moral dilemmas. But be careful. Don't be afraid to remember them. The purpose of these dreams with messages is never to punish you. On the contrary, they are meant to help you evolve, to release burdens that no longer serve you, and to integrate the pending lessons that are crucial for your spiritual growth and personal development. It is an internal process that prepares you to move forward more lightly in your waking life. Review of the soul's spiritual agreements and contracts. This is perhaps a more esoteric concept, but many spiritual and mystical traditions consider it very powerful and relevant. It is postulated that while you sleep, your soul may be actively reviewing or even establishing agreements and contracts on a spiritual level. The idea is that before your souls incarnate in this life, they make pacts or commitments with other souls or with beings from higher planes. For what purpose? Mainly to learn certain lessons, experience specific events, or fulfill a particular purpose in life. Thus, during the state of sleep, your soul may be reconnecting with those other souls with whom you have pre-established agreements. This could involve resolving pending issues from those pacts, balancing karmic debts, or even deciding new paths or evolutions for your own spiritual development. You will not always consciously remember these negotiations or revisions, but sometimes you may have very vivid dreams where you interact with people you do not know in your physical life, but who feel incredibly familiar, as if you have known them all your life. Or perhaps you dream of situations that seem vitally important to your destiny or your purpose in this life. It is as if the universe of your destiny, or the very intelligence of your soul, is making the necessary adjustments and invisible alignments to bring you into harmony with your highest path. Recharge of vital energy and spiritual strength. Beyond physical rest, sleep is essential for recharging your vital energy and spiritual strength. During the day, modern life, with its stress, demands, and constant bombardment of stimuli, depletes not only your body, but also your energetic field. While you sleep, it is as if your spiritual body connects to a universal source of energy. Vitality levels are restored, your aura is renewed, and your spirit is strengthened to face the challenges of the next day. If you wake up exhausted, even after sleeping for hours, there may be something in this energetic plane that needs review. It is a deep recharge that goes beyond what a good coffee can do for you. Encounters with sacred places and ethereal temples. Some traditions recount that in deep sleep or during astral projections, souls can visit sacred places or ethereal temples that exist in other planes of reality. They are not physical places, you know? They are spaces of high vibration filled with knowledge and wisdom. These temples can range from cosmic libraries where all universal knowledge is stored to places of healing or spiritual initiation. You may encounter spiritual teachers or guides who impart teachings, or simply feel a deep sense of peace and connection. If you have ever had a dream in a place that feels incredibly familiar, but that you have never seen in physical life, it could be one of these visits. Spiritual maintenance, chakras, and aura. Continuing with the idea of energetic healing, while you sleep, your body is not the only thing that relaxes. Your energy system, mainly composed of chakras, which are like small vortices or wheels of energy distributed throughout the body and the aura, that energy field surrounding you is constantly working on rebalancing and realigning. Think of the chakras as energy centers responsible for distributing vitality throughout your entire being. If daily stress, negative emotions, or toxic thoughts accumulate, these centers can become blocked or misaligned, as if a pipe is clogged. Well, during sleep, your higher self or your spiritual guides, if you believe in them, may be acting directly on these points. It's as if they are nocturnal energy healers, working to unblock what weighs you down, cleanse energetic impurities, and harmonize the flow of energy. This maintenance is vital because good energy circulation directly impacts your physical health, mood, and mental clarity. Therefore, if you wake up feeling profoundly peaceful with a clear mind or renewed energy, it is a very clear sign that effective healing and balance have taken place on this subtle plane while you slept. It's as if you have been through the soul's spa, messages and symbols with hidden wisdom. Since time immemorial, sleep has been considered a sacred channel, an open door for receiving messages and symbols that can even be prophetic. It is not always about seeing the future literally, like in a crystal ball, right? It is much more subtle and useful. Rather, we are talking about warnings, clear guidance, or insights. Those sudden revelations that help you understand upcoming situations, prepare for significant changes, or make crucial decisions in your waking life. These messages often manifest as vivid dreams loaded with symbolism that, upon awakening, leave a very strong impression on you, almost as if they had been a reality. You can dream of animals that act as your totem, such as a wolf representing intuition or an eagle symbolizing vision, with elements of nature holding special meaning, like a leafy tree indicating growth or a river flowing freely, or with situations that clearly urge you to take a specific action, or, on the other hand, to be cautious. The most important thing here is to learn how to interpret these symbols, because their meaning is often very personal and resonates with your own experience and subconscious. It's as if the universe or your higher self is sending you an encrypted WhatsApp message while you sleep, full of wisdom to guide you on your path, past life journeys, and the awakening of the soul. For those who resonate with the belief in reincarnation, dreams can be an extraordinary portal for journeys to past lives. It is believed that while your physical body rests, your soul has the ability to return to memories or experiences from previous existences. For what purpose? Mainly to process unresolved traumas from those lives that still affect you in the present, to understand current behavioral patterns that repeat without apparent reason, or to resolve pending matters with other souls. These dream regressions are not always a walk in the park, you know? Sometimes they can be intense or even disturbing, as your soul is reliving or re-experiencing painful or complex situations from those past lives. But it is essential to understand that the purpose of these experiences is always deep healing and understanding. It is an incredible opportunity for your soul to free itself from ancestral burdens or baggage that it no longer needs to carry, allowing it to continue its evolution without unnecessary hindrances. It's as if your soul is thoroughly cleaning its entire history, freeing itself from what no longer serves it to move forward with greater lightness and wisdom. I work with the inner child. Sleep is also a privileged space to work with your inner child, that part of you that holds the wounds, fears, and joys of your childhood. During the day, we often ignore or repress it, but when sleeping, the inner child can manifest in your dreams, asking for attention, love, or healing. You might dream of scenarios from your childhood, of yourself as a child, or of figures that represent aspects of your childhood wounds. It is an opportunity to connect with that vulnerable part of yourself, offer it comfort, and begin an emotional healing process that will profoundly impact your well-being in waking life. Interaction with the spiritual animal realm. For many shamanic and spiritual cultures, sleep is the time when we can interact with the spiritual animal realm, specifically with our power animals or totem animals. These animals are not pets, you know? They are archetypes that embody certain qualities and come to offer guidance, protection, or messages. You may repeatedly dream of a specific animal, and by exploring its symbolism, you will find a message relevant to your life. For example, a wolf may represent the need for independence or connecting with your intuition. An eagle, vision, and perspective. It is a way to reconnect with the wisdom of nature and receive support from unexpected allies on your spiritual path. Preparation for awakening and integration. Finally, after all this spiritual wandering, the last thing that happens in the spiritual world while you sleep is the preparation for your awakening and the integration of everything experienced. your soul, or your spiritual body, fully re-anchors itself in the physical body. A kind of summary of the nocturnal experiences occurs, where the most relevant information is attempted to be translated into a format that your conscious brain can remember, at least partially, in the form of dreams. This process is vital for you to feel rested and for the lessons and healings that occurred on the spiritual plane to have a real impact on your waking life. If you wake up with a clear mind and a sense of clarity, well done. The integration has been successful. If you enjoyed this video, I ask of you a huge favor. Join this community. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming dives into the unknown. For me, your company is the true engine that drives me each week to seek out and share these fascinating topics. And of course, I would love to know what you all think about all this. Have you ever felt or experienced anything we've talked about? Do you have vivid dreams that leave you thinking? Do you believe in these journeys of the soul? Leave your comments below. Your experiences and questions are the real treasure of this space, and together we can continue uncovering these secrets. Thank you truly for your time, for your open mind, and for the courage to delve into these paranormal topics. Until next time, may your dreams be as revealing as your awakening. See you in the next video. May God bless you all greatly.